So I was talking about transfers and players that Real Madrid should keep and get rid of in my previous video. And, Zinedine Zidane, came in. This is his second stint as a Madrid manager or coach or whatever you like to call him. So let's take a look at his track record um, of who he got rid of, noteworthy wise. And the big name that comes to mind was Gareth Bale, and I understand that was a necessity. He gives that player up on loan. Um, he Gareth Bale and Zinedine Zidane never came, or what's the saying? Never uh, never saw eye to eye. Let's say they always beefed, and it was always Gareth Bale was like, "Well, I'm not gonna play until you get rid of Zinedine Zidane," or Zinedine Zidane was like, "Oh, I'm not playing you." And whenever Zinedine Zidane called Gareth Bale up, um, he never Gareth Bale was like, "Yeah, I'll stay here and play golf." Or my favorite thing was when Real Madrid went to the Champions League against Manchester City, and Gareth Bale was like, "Nah, I don't want to play. I'm gonna stay home and play golf, or I'm gonna stay at my home in Spain and play golf." So what does Zinedine Zidane do? He sets up a loan with Tottenham Hotspur with Gareth Bale, sends Gareth Bale to Tottenham, sends another player. I think his name is Mario. I may butcher that name. Also to Tottenham. So Zinedine Zidane is cleaning house, so to speak. He's getting rid of players so that way he can free up space, so he can bring in a Kylian Mbappe, a Erling Haaland. I think his name. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Erling Haaland, and a Eduardo Camavinga, who is a midfielder, but also can also play in that backside, which Real Madrid um, need, as stated in my previous video. Now, the biggest rumor is that Zinedine Zidane is looking to bring in Paul Pogba. Do not bring in Paul Pogba unless you're gonna do the following. Even though and let's talk about players we should keep first before we talk about who should go. Um, we should keep Federico Valverde. We should keep him because he is the only guy other than Karim Benzema who is balled out. He has shown that he is the guy for Real Madrid's attacking midfield. You don't need a Paul Pogba. Maybe if this was a few years ago, yes, I would have said yes, because Federico Valverde was, not all that good. But Federico Valverde has come in on his own. So do not bring in Paul Pogba. As much as Paul Pogba is saying, well, the dream is to play for Real Madrid, the dream is to play for Zinedine Zidane, and Zinedine Zidane loves his Frenchman and he's like, yeah, I love myself some Paul Pogba. Don't, because you already got Federico Valverde. Unless Federico Valverde somehow flops and is garbage for the rest of the year, my opinion is do not bring in Paul Pogba. Let Juventus pick him up. We don't need Paul. Real Madrid does not need Paul Pogba. So and of course Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe. Real Madrid needs striker help because right now Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo, they're just not doing it for me. Maybe I don't know that they're young. I understand that, But Kylian Mbappe is showing something else, and Erling Haaland is showing something else. When I watch those two play, or I watch highlights of those guys, they are something else. They are, in my opinion, the next Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi in their prime. Those are the guys that they remind me of. So, Real Madrid, either I personally would love to see Kylian Mbappe more than Erling Haaland, but I heard I would be okay with one of them. Getting both of them would be a huge stretch. I don't think Real Madrid is going to be able to get, both of them. I think one of them is fine. And my preference, I prefer Kylian Mbappe. Even though Erling Haaland is another guy, is another thing, but I prefer Kylian Mbappe. Another person who should stay. As much as I would probably get backlash, Eden Hazard. Hear me out. We should only keep Eden Hazard because he is a Zinedine Zidane guy. And I understand that he flopped in his first year. He, is dealing with the injury bug right now. He can barely stay on the field for 90 minutes. But he's a game changer. So if he can find a way to score goals and, score goals and show that he is, the Eden Hazard, goal scorer of old, I'll be okay with that. I'm not asking him to, put up 20, 25 goals. I'm only asking him to stay, maybe stick with, I don't know, getting like what Gareth Bale was able to get with Real Madrid when Gareth Bale was good, and when the coaching staff before Zinedine Zidane played him. I'm only asking maybe 7 or 10 goals. 7 to 10 goals. If Eden Hazard can produce that, I'll be fine with him. But no more, no less than 7 goals, please, for Eden Hazard. Anything less, Eden Hazard should go. That's the way I see it. Eden Hazard should stay if he can score 7 to 10 goals. If he scores anything less, get rid of him. Because if you're going to bring in a Kylian Mbappe or Erling Haaland, then, they're your goals. Another person that should stay, again, unless they flop, and I heard he's on the transfer market if he flops, is Luka Jovic. Because at the beginning of the season before, he got injured this season. He was out for a few games. He's a good, he's a monster when it comes to goals. He scored 17 goals one year. So if he can, again, produce, score goals, then he should be fine. Again, I'm not asking. I say that if he can score at least, he already has 1 goal to his credit. Does he have a goal to his credit? I think, yeah, he has 1 goal to his credit, and he has assists with others. So if he can produce those same numbers, then he should be fine. Rafael Varane should stay. I guess I understand that he's struggling and people want him out, but other than that, if you get rid of Rafael Varane, who do you have? I don't know what's going on with the guy, but he's just having an off season, and this also is going back to the Champions League. So he, I understand that players have off have off games. I don't know what we should. I think we should just have him either sit and watch other players show him what could happen if show him that he's replaceable is what I want to say. Show him if that he's replaceable, but unfortunately, like I mentioned in my previous video, right now Real Madrid needs all the help they can get on the defensive side. So I don't know what Rafael Varane needs to do. If he flops, then obviously we should get rid of him. But right now he should stay unless he unless Zinedine Zidane shows him that he's replaceable. Sergio Ramos is up in age, so right now I'm vouching for him to stay until it is time. Same goes for Luka Modric. Those are just a few hand players of who should stay. Let me know in the comments below who should stay. Let's get into players that should go. Isco should go for two reasons. One, Real Madrid needs to generate money to bring in an Erling Haaland or a Paul Pogba. Not Paul Pogba. What am I thinking? Good Lord, I said Paul Pogba. Kylian Mbappe. They're both French. That's why I'm an Erling. If they need to generate money, so they get rid of Isco. They get rid of that. And Isco is not the same guy that Real Madrid got back in 2015. I want to say so. He is not the same guy. So if he's not going to be, if he's not producing when he's out there, I don't know why Zinedine Zidane started him against Valencia in the first place. So I don't know, get rid of him, generate some money, so that way you can bring in Erling Haaland. I think he's one of those. I'm hearing that he is one of those that may go either. I don't want to stay in the winter transfer window, but I want to stay in the summer. So I would not be surprised if Isco is another one to go, so that way Real Madrid can generate money. The links are somewhere in the Premier League, so there you go. Isco is one should go. Mariano is another one, and you're probably thinking, who is that? I'm thinking, who is that? But from what I've seen, the only thing that I've seen so far is that he's only been able to score a goal for Real Madrid in El Clásico, back in March. Man, March was so long ago, I feel, but it was in 2020. There you go. But Zinedine Zidane has not played him, and when he has played, he has shown flashes, but he hasn't done anything, in my opinion, to say that he deserves a spot here. So that's another player who should go. Marcelo, just washed up, man. Marcelo is washed up. He is old. Whenever whenever Marcelo is on the field, you can tell that Real Madrid's gonna concede goals. So, that is just Marcelo should either retire, or Zinedine Zidane should just find a way to get rid of him, because he ain't doing anything. He's allowed goals. Marcelo. So that's another player that should go. Get him up out of here. He is overstayed his welcome. So those are a few players off the. Do you guys agree? Some players that I forgot to mention that should stay: Thibaut Courtois. And here's the thing. I wasn't a fan of the Thibaut Courtois signing. I was not, and rightfully so. When he first started for Real Madrid, he was, allowing goal after goal after goal after goal, and I was like, man, and when Real Madrid, sells Keylor Navas to Paris Saint-Germain, I was like, why? Why give away our best goalkeeper? But he pulled up, he proved me wrong last year, not conceding goals. And this year, you can ask Thibaut Courtois to do so much. Again, this goes back to what I said, in my last video. The defense for Real Madrid, the back four, is garbage. So Thibaut Courtois has been the one guy to be solid for Real Madrid on the back line, and he's a goalkeeper, so he should stay. Um, I had another person on the top of my head that should stay. Of course, Modric. Modric should look. He's up there in age, so and he was kind of trashy when he first started for Real Madrid, but now he's been able to prove he's a former Ballon d'Or winner. So unless he's up in age, so unless you're really gonna get interest, he should really stay. But if you're gonna get a really solid offer, then yeah. But I have a feeling that he's gonna stay with Real Madrid until he's good and ready. But he's old, so that's another guy that should stay. So, anyways, what do you guys think? Who do you guys think should stay? Who do you guys think should go? What do you guys think of Real Madrid season so far? Let me know in the comments below. All right, guys, this is my Real Madrid who should stay and who should go video, and also the post, my reaction to Real Madrid so far in the season. So, all right, guys, I will see you guys Friday to talk about Washington football team versus the Detroit Lions pregame. So that is it. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.